Phil wants to end the match right here. If Antonio has kings or kings and sixes or anything, Antonio would have to call and the match would be over. Antonio has nothing. He's trying to convince Phil here that he's laying down a hand. Doesn't want Phil to know that he tried to bluff.
And Helmuth takes down another sizable pot. Back over to Chris Ferguson and TJ Cloutier. Blind still at 4 and 8,000, and Chris Ferguson has established a nearly 5-to-1 chip advantage. And via the Emberbach pocket cam, TJ looking down at Queen Jack. He calls. Queen 10 for Ferguson.
Measured response one more time.
He is absolutely stone-faced on every hand for the Robert Parrish of the poker circuit.
I'm never going to get in much, so I'm going to call it anyway.
Chris Ferguson was just trying to pick up the blinds here. He went all in with Queen 10. TJ woke up with a Queen Jack and called. Now, this is a good call on TJ's part. Most players wouldn't make this call. TJ's been around a long time, and he knows that this hand might be good.
Flop is ace 9-8.
Now, they both flopped straight draws. They actually need the opposite card to what they needed before the flop. TJ at this point needs a 10 for a straight, and Chris Ferguson could win with a jack. That would make him a straight.
Give him a jack.
Let him make a pair.
Give him a jack.
Turn, pairs, aces on the board.
Well, now there could be a split if an 8 or a 9 came up there.
Don't pair the board now.
Split it.
We've done that before.
Everybody realizing that a 9 or an 8 would split it. TJ will get knocked out with a jack.
Rivers a 2 of hearts, and that means TJ Cloutier doubles up. He survives.
His tournament experience came in really handy there. Most players would have thrown that Queen Jack away.
So now back to our other semifinal table, where Phil Hellmuth has established a chip advantage of better than 4-to-1. A pair of 4s for him here. He calls.
Again, deciding not to raise with a pair.
Antonio Esfandiari with King Jack. He raises up to 18,000. Hellmuth calls.
This has worked out perfect for Phil. He likes to have the other guy do the betting.
Flops 3, King 4, a set of 4s for Hellmuth.
Very dangerous here. Look at this. Antonio's flop top pair. Phil's got a set of 4s.
So on that pair of kings, Antonio bets out 17-5.
It's going to be really tough for Antonio not to go broke on this hand.
20 more.
Hellmuth raises to 37-5.
This is the classic Hold'em trap, Matt. You flop top pair with a good kicker. Your opponent flops a set. Almost impossible to get away from. There's no flush draw out there. There's no way Antonio's going to get away from this hand.
He raises, and quickly Hellmuth moves all in.
All right, I call.
Antonio calls. He's not going to like what he sees when they flip the cards. Only 2 miracle cards can save Antonio Esfandiari.
Nice hand.
Antonio sees the cards and sighs. He knows what he's up against. This would be the biggest miracle he's pulled off the whole tournament.
He's pulled off some incredible comebacks in this tournament. Does he have enough magic left to escape this jam? No magic on the turn. Phil Hellmuth has defeated Antonio Esfandiari.
You were the one I was most afraid of. I mean, Hook and I had a great battle. You were the one I was most afraid of. I know.
Phil is doing his thing again. He's saying, I had a great battle with Huck, but you were the guy I was most afraid of as he goes into the finals.
Phil Hellmuth moving on. And Lindsay Zarniak is with him now.
Phil, a big congratulations. You know,
Thank you.
so many times at the table, it seems like you are the one in control. You're able to rattle your opponents. It looked for a second, though, that you were the one getting rattled.
Antonio had me totally rattled, and Antonio played me just perfect. He raised me. I was reeling back, and if I went to hit a hand, he would have beat me because I was starting to lose it a little bit, just a little bit. And I said, finally, I counted my chips. I said, look, you still have 210,000. Don't panic yet. But I was getting a little worried there. I mean,
who is the best player in the tournament?
No comment on that. I mean, you know, if I can win this thing, then people will think that I'm pretty good, you know, and that's the goal. I just want to try to play and survive. And, you know, I mean, I have one more match to go.
Congratulations. Good luck.
They doubted him before the tournament, but Phil Hellmuth is our first finalist. We'll find out who he plays next. Welcome back. Perhaps the most bizarre scene of the tournament occurred in the second round, and it's our top moment number 4.
Megan, stop! I'm not! Stupid! Stupid! Don't give me a hand!
I expected at some point in that match Paul Phillips to look at Phil Hellmuth and say, and that goes for your little dog, too.
Back to our only semifinal table still in business, where Chris Ferguson has a big chip advantage over TJ Cloutier. Cloutier with Queen 10 calls for 6,000. King Queen for Ferguson.
As deliberate as ever, going all in.
Queen high. I got your hand. Exactly. Queen of clubs, 10 of diamonds.
Cloutier folds. So Ferguson again buys the blinds.
Good thing TJ didn't move all in. He might have been up
Very
a
good
creek
thing.
without a paddle.
Very good thing for TJ.
Chris has such a commanding chip lead, he's willing to play marginal hands to get a chance at delivering that knockout punch.
Better than a 4-1 lead for Chris Ferguson now. Suited Jack 10.
There he goes again. Incidentally, Chris has prepared the exact number of chips to cover TJ. Little intimidation there.
TJ saw the deuce and threw the hand away. Tom Breitling and Tim Poster watching, the two dynamic owners of the Golden Nugget.
I have never seen anybody else do that. Get the right number of chips to cover your opponent and be prepared to put your opponent. Here he goes again.
He moved the stack in on his suited King Deuce. And TJ calls with a suited Ace 10.
TJ's favorite hand. Now TJ's a 63% favorite to double up. But if Chris can get lucky, he can knock TJ out. Needs to catch a king, a deuce, or some spades.
TJ likes his chances to stick around. Not a bad hand to go all in on.